Is this working?
Okay, wait.
Is this not working?
This is actually perfect.
Should I hold out hope?
Oh yeah. Here's the thing.
Let's see. Can gray hair be reversed? That is a question that if you've been here on this channel for more than a hot minute, you know I have been trying to answer for a very long time.
This needs to be talked about immediately.
Okay, first things first, what's up friends? Welcome back to my channel. I am Joslyn, and in case you missed the memo, last year I spent several months taking a viral supplement that went viral on TikTok and honestly pretty much everywhere because its users were saying it was reversing their gray hair growth.
I gotta share with you guys what I just bought.
I'm about to start some rumors.
A lot of these women are not getting gray hair anymore.
The last 2 times I've gone to color my hair,
gray hairs were growing out with black roots again.
And honestly, say no more. I didn't even care if it sounded too good to be true. Your girl jumped in, and not only did I take this supplement for several months, I also talked to tons of experts in the hair care industry, and I ended up finding out, shockingly, that yes, this supplement is reversing gray hair for some people, but I just happen to not be one of them. And just when I thought all hope was honestly lost, because I'm the kind of person, if it sounds too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Just when I thought all hope was lost, you all actually filled me in on a brand called Arey, which describes itself as the wrinkle cream of hair care. Here's the stat that really piqued my interest. Arey claims that 77%, yes, I just said 77% of its users say they see some sort of reduction in gray hair. So again, I was like, say less, please say less. Where do I buy this entire lineup? And that's what brings us to today. So full disclosure, I'm actually in the midst of a deep dive on this brand to see if it actually will not reverse my gray hair, but repigment my gray hair. We're gonna get to that a little bit later. I just parked outside of one of the founders' studios here in Los Angeles. His name is Jay Small. I came here on day 1 of this investigation to get a little analysis of my scalp because allegedly, apparently, based on everything I've learned, scalp health turns out to be like pretty important. You guys, it was so mind-blowing to see how many gray hairs I had on my head and also how many white hairs I had. The other mind-blowing thing that I learned is that gray hairs can actually be repigmented, but once your hair is white, honestly, it's just too late. So here's what Jay told me. He actually said after analyzing my scalp and its health and how many gray hairs and white hairs I had at the time, I could hold out hope. I've also been sticking to a routine with the Arey products, using their shampoo and conditioner, taking their supplement, and also using a variety of other products, but specifically a product called To The Root, which is a serum that you massage into your scalp. And I'm so excited to see what's actually happening up here. I see a ton of gray hairs coming in my scalp, but you know what? I feel like this little scalp analysis is probably gonna show me all sorts of things that the human eye could not see without this special little camera situation. I just parked at Jay's studio, so let's go inside and find out like what's happening here. Is this working? Is this not working? Should I hold out hope? Let's see.
All right, friends, I made it into Jay's studio. First off, can we just say how lovely it is that the founder of a brand would sit down with little old me? This is so lovely. So thanks for having me again. Today we're gonna do a check-in on my scalp to see what's happening. I'm curious to know from you, because as you know, last year, well, I think we discussed this. Last year I went on this journey of taking a supplement to try to reverse my gray hair. So what's the difference between reversal, as some people talk about, and what you all talk about with repigmentation?
It's a really great question.
Yeah.
And actually, I just was responding to a TikTok about this. The whole idea for us is expectations, right? So when you say reverse, you're indicating to someone that you can take a full head of, white hair and turn it back to brown. And for us, very similar to skincare, we look at gray hairs as fine lines and we look at white hairs like wrinkles. You have to prevent these things from happening, or you have to take steeper measures, right? Hair color that we would use is like the Botox. And then the wrinkle creams, the retinols, those are the things that are like Arey.
Because they're actually getting to the source of the issue, not just masking it.
Yes, and they're also stimulating from a place where you still have some melanin in the hair strand, or you still have some collagen in the skin. What we're gonna look at today under the trichoscope is white hair versus gray hair. Gray hair still has some pigment left. White hair, like you can see in my beard here from across the room, has lost all pigment, and that is really important to indicate not likely for those to repigment. It is more likely for the hairs around it that are turning gray to regain pigment and be more vibrant and healthy.
That is what honestly blew my mind, was I had no idea this differentiating factor between white and gray hair. But guess what? I'm here to tell you that it makes me trust you more, because I feel like the products that are like, we're gonna fix all your problems. I'm like, are you? Are you a magical fairy? But I trust you more when you tell me, we can't fix all of it, but we're gonna repigment what we can. I love that. And y'all are about to have your minds blown, okay? I know this is my scalp, and I wish that all of you could have this experience. What's it called?
Trichology is study of hair and scalp, and we're gonna use a trichoscope to use this tool to look at scalp health, and we'll evaluate that. But if you look at it in the abstract, you'll actually see hair follicles that are different stages of brown, and that's gonna show us pigment or the lack thereof.
I think what was honestly shocking to me the first time that I came here was how many I had, because I feel as though these are not really evident to the human eye as much as they are with your like handy dandy
They're
little
not
camera.
evident until they're white, and that's why it's so important.
Then it's too late. I'm holding on to hope. Okay, I'm turning 42 next month. I'm just wondering, is it ever too late? Can you kind of start at any time?
When it comes to trying to preserve pigment, regain pigment, we find that it is optimal at below 30% gray.
And you said, I think last time we chatted, I was like 10 to 15. I'm gonna be real with you. I've had a stressful few months, and I do know that stress is a factor in all sorts of aging. So I might have aged by like 55 years in just the last 3 months.
Stress can be repaired.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Can you change my memories as well? I can't wait to see what's happening here. I have been following my routine. I have been using all of the Arey products, and I just want to say very specifically, I have tried everything. Your conditioner deserves like an Oscar of the hair care world. My hair has never been softer. So whatever you're putting in there, magic, gold dust, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you the secret actually. We formulated it for hair that has less pigment in it. Meaning, when a hair strand has less pigment, it's like a balloon that has less air. It needs to be filled up in order for it to be smooth and consistent. A lot of conditioners sit on the outside. Ours works from the inside out. So let's get down to it here,
Let's
okay?
get down to business.
All right. Here, first of all, I will say that from what I saw last time to now, the contrast level in your gray hairs actually does not look as strong. That is a big part of this, that we see that the gray hair is not as strikingly white. You can see right in that frame right there. You see that like glowing white neon to the bottom right there?
Oh yeah, is she here to stay?
Well,
right?
that's what's here to stay, but look at its cousin right next to it. That's parallel center screen. That kind of grayish kind of tone there. Next to the brown, that's the one that is being helped by Arey. That's what
amazing.
we're really shooting for there. It's really great to evaluate over time so that we can kind of see the change in the depigmentation, because that should go from more of a yellowish hue to more of a deeper brown over time. But I will say scalp health looks great.
Oh my goodness. That is something I actually would love to discuss. I have been saying since last year that I think scalp health and everything surrounding that is finally going to be totally mainstream this year. Allegedly, apparently, scalp health is directly related to, well, all sorts of hair health, but gray hair growth.
Absolutely.
Are gray hairs just sad little stressed out hairs that need more love on the scalp?
Well, here's the thing. When we have a scalp that is maybe irritated, you're seeing things like less blood circulation, you're seeing clogging of the hair follicles. So you're just not really having an optimal environment for that hair to kind of flourish and grow. So it's so important that you look at things beyond shampoo. A lot of times we also, extend time in between shampooing. That's why we have a scalp scrub. Scalp scrub actually will take off the buildup on the scalp, and that is going to help create an environment kind of like a flower to grow. It is going to take the scalp, which is our soil, and it's going to give it more blood circulation, more airflow, and just remove bacteria that can get in the way of healthy hair growth.
Is everyone watching having their mind blown? Because if you're not, you need to rewind.
I mean, honestly, what I'm noticing is from the last time, your percentage of gray, there is less hairs that look like they are going toward the white side. The way that we're evaluating this is if you've been taking it for, we said what, 40?
Day 42.
42. This is right at that point where you are presenting a hair strand that is actually showing the effect. Key to remember is that there's hair below the scalp. So when you start, you have to clear some of that hair out.
So true.
So you've cleared that hair, and now it just really looks like we're getting better pigmentation in the gray strands, the ones that have not lost all pigment.
Do you take this for a certain amount of time and then just like, okay, I'm done now? I mean, no, it's kind of like equating it with once you were in shape, would you just be like, I'm never exercising again? That's kind of the way I look at it. It just becomes like a part of your routine. And honestly, I am, let's call it low maintenance. That sounds better than lazy. Anything I can do to just slowly stave off having to color my hair more and more, which you also told me is one of the stress points.
Absolutely. It's the reason this has started. But we are potentially coming out with a product in about 2 months that will make hair color safer for you.
Like less traumatic for your hair.
Yes, less stress. And for your scalp.
Okay.
Because what I noticed is that I would start to use color on people, and then as that would evolve, you would then see more gray hair growth in those targeted areas. And it's because of the stress of the color on the scalp and how that affects the hair follicle that's below the scalp.
All of this makes so much sense, but I just don't know why I've never thought of it before. Okay, last question. Since this is my midway check-in, but I'm sharing this with my channel for the first time. Honestly, mind-blowing, and I also love that you are showing real receipts. We are seeing actual video footage, real actual facts. Is there further hope for me? Do I continue moving forward? Am I going to hopefully see more pigment? What are your expert thoughts?
Oh yeah, I mean, you're in a great position to maintain the pigment that you have and then see more vibrancy. Because the thing is that yes, you will still have some of those white hairs. Let's just be super clear about that. But the hair strands around it that were losing pigment are now regaining pigment. That will mean your overall hair will look more vibrant, will look closer to the color that you started with. And so I think you're on a great track. I would continue, but honestly, you know, this is a lifestyle choice. Very similar to your skincare routine. This is something that I hope you find, and how we formulated different touch points that fit into your routine. You just naturally bring in.
I mean, honestly, say less, I'm on board. Say no more, I guess is probably a nicer way of saying it. Well, thank you so much for having me again, and maybe I'll see you in 40 more days.
You should come back in 40 more days, because I personally want to see the results, because that's what we're here for.
Oh, I'm excited.
Babe,
I'm in here.
what are you doing?
Okay, wait, babe, this is actually perfect. Hold on. Okay, you know how I'm filming that video about repigmenting my gray hair?
Yes.
And you know how I have one of these light masks that I wear all the time on my eyes and on my face?
Yes.
Okay, this one's like on steroids because it can do your entire body. And the reason I'm under it right now is because red light specifically is great for wrinkles, collagen production, but guess what else it's great for?
Tell me.
Hair regrowth
Red light is?
and scalp health. And look at this one. Not only can I fit under it with my face, I could also like roll over
Wow,
and do
so-
the back of my head so that I get that part of my scalp. I'm so glad you're here to film me on this. Okay, so if you guys have been following me for any amount of time at all, you know that I'm a huge fan of light masks. I have one that I wear on my eyes and one that I wear on my full face, but never in my life, in my wildest dreams, did I think I'd be able to get one like this, which is an LED light machine from Megelin. And the reason I'm using it now is not only to help reduce fine lines and wrinkles and help with the production of collagen, which is what the red light does, but the red light also improves scalp health and hair growth, or at least it says it encourages it. And here's the reason why I love this machine. Not only does it fit over your face, it also can fit over your back. So if you have any sort of inflammation, it can fit over your legs. And y'all may or may not know this, I typically use red light because that's really where my concerns are. But the blue light helps combat acne. So you could use this if you have a breakout on your back, on your face, or really anywhere on your body. And I have friends who have used this and it has really helped reduce their acne. When it comes to the green light, this apparently improves skin pigmentation and can relieve headaches and migraines. And the blue light also helps with reducing inflammation. So for any of you out there who work out a lot, who have any pain in your arms or your legs, I honestly think this is worth a try. It also comes with these glasses because you never want to look directly into these lights. I feel like that probably is pretty obvious, but just want to make sure that I point this out. So I'm also going to be using this to see if this speeds up my hair growth, if this helps with the overall health health of my scalp. I recommend using this from 15 to 25 minutes, and depending on whether or not you've used this kind of light therapy before, maybe start at like 3 days a week and then work your way up to 5. I've been using this probably 5 days a week, and it's just a great way, little like self-care moment. You lay down, you can meditate or pray while you're inside of your light machine. I mean, what could be better? Oh, and also, as promised at the beginning of the year, I said no longer am I interested in recommending especially things that are slightly more expensive to you all unless I have a coupon code. And I do. Megelin's so cool. They know what a big fan I am. They hooked me up with a coupon code, Joslyn10, for 10% off at checkout. The other cool thing about this is that it comes apart very easily for storage because I don't have a ton of space at my house, and I know a lot of you don't either, but that shouldn't stop you from allowing your light therapy machine dreams to become real life things. Anyways, stay tuned, you guys. I'll keep you posted on how this goes, on how the Arey hair repigmentation journey goes, and let's just see what happens. I feel like 2024 could be the year that, I don't know, miracles happen. Who am I? Am I a motivational speaker now? I'm linking to everything in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah!